the DPS check, but also like managing to face the boss to phase 3 with everyone alive.
Yeah, so that's really kind of where the squeezing comes down to it, that min-maxing to see how can we deal with this without using as little as possible, just barely scraping through so that they can put that precious damage elsewhere, for example. So that's, to be expected. I think we are going to see some things like that. That does tend to happen. Of course, the Bloodlust removal from phase 1 is probably the most obvious example of that out of everything. As we are getting into kill territory now. I think if there was anyone who had any questions that it could die today, I think Echo's best pull may show that a kill could very well come in for either guild, really. Liquid are going to start waking up soon if they haven't already. I always forget the time zones. But they're going to be, waking up soon. And they're going to be very tense between them as they start whittling that phase 3 down. It's going to really come down to the percentage.
Yeah, this is also going to be a really interesting evening for the people who are watching the race, because it's going to be like many guilds that are like on the very last sprint of the boss, like really close of like getting that wall first. So yeah, Method is also not that far behind, so we are probably going to be having like a multiple viewers who are going to have like all the POVs on their screen. Like definitely need like 3 screens to watch everything. But yeah, this is going to be super exciting for everyone. We might see a wall first, as you said, tonight, Jordan, or tomorrow, who knows, because the boss seems to be really hard. Like mechanically, we still haven't managed to have everyone alive during the Enrage at the end of phase.
Yeah, you are very much correct. It could be one of those bosses where you have that 2% or that 5% remaining, but that kind of last few precious percent is actually worth a lot more than you think, because it could take, in terms of progression, that knocking off that final few precious percentages might be about 50% of the actual progression time of phase 3. So that's why boss health can sometimes not necessarily represent how close they are, because getting those final 5% or 2% off the boss might take quite a long time. It's still a lot of damage to find. So yeah, it will really come down to it to see how tight that DPS check is. Of course, they're racing against the clock, against that third Devour. So they really do have to maximize as much as possible in a phase where there's very limited movement and no respite at all.
Yeah, this is the end of phase 1. We just got the last knockback. We are placing the last puddles, ignoring those ads for sure, because we already have massive increase. We need them for the gravity players, and we are going to be soaking that orb. And then we just need to push them. It looks like it's going like sooner.
Yeah, that was an excellent push.
I felt like we could even probably avoid soaking those orbs. They didn't even explode. We had a couple of seconds left. So yeah, we can see Echo players getting more comfortable with DPS when it comes to this phase 1, managing to face the boss super quickly without the Bloodlust.
Yeah, that's probably one of their quickest pushes in phase 1 that we've